Welcome back to Motormouth Garage. On this episode, we're working on the 8N again.
The old Ford 8N from 48, 49, 50, 51, 52.
Something like that.
Something like that. I think Johnny Cash wrote a song about that.
Still got, is that one part at a time?
Yeah.
Still got it won't start, okay? We went ahead and bought some spark plugs that I just now realized are still back up at the house. Dang it. Thought I brought everything. Anyway, we're changing out spark plugs. We're going to drain the old fuel. It had a leak on the carburetor, so I took the bolt and washer off the other carburetor, the original carburetor. So we're going to seal that up after we get all the old gas out of there. And then we're going to put new fuel in it, new spark plugs, and we're going to fire this thing up. Hopefully.
Yeah, let's get her going. She needs
Yeah, let's go.
When did it run again? A couple years?
I don't
a couple
know.
days?
Listen. Somehow I got
Spark
it running
plugs,
the other day.
Carburetor, seal,
Yeah, something
and
like that.
good fuel. Let's see what she does.
I don't know.
Look at him there, just doing the walk of shame. Forgot his spark plugs. And some tools and whatever else. There he is again. The walk of shame back. And what's that in his hands?
You see that? He's trying to run me over. Are we recording that?
No.
Okay. Spark plugs themselves, the wires,
Yeah.
because they're in a tube. So you'd have to take the ends off just to shove the wires through. That's fine. Are you recording? Oh, okay. Hey, so we're going to take out the spark plugs real quick.
Hey,
What?
your head's cut off.
Oh, great. Hey, we're going to take out the spark plugs right here. You're just going to just follow me. Here, there we go. Last time I didn't have a ratchet. Not sure why, but I didn't. Oh, that's why. It's not actually long enough.
All right, cut.
Oh, that was only hand tight anyway. Okay, well, we're going to get all these out of here. And in the meantime, I think Will is going to drain the fuel out of that bowl and show you guys the sediment. Yeah, these things are, oh, those are so bad. Those are so bad.
Are they bad?
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know how old these are. They can't be that old.
Yeah, you say that.
Well, what's that? I think that's part of the daggum spark plug boot. Well, wouldn't you know? Oh my gosh, no, it's not. It's part of that.
Yeah, at least these old flathead Fords are pretty easy to mess with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Listen. Stay right there. All right, let's check the rest of these bad boys out. I mean, that one's not bad. That front cylinder, though, is rough. This one's not bad.
No, it's not
Doesn't
bad.
look too bad at all. Well, might have ourselves a little bit more of an issue. We're going to go ahead and replace them all, though. Yeah, that one's not terrible.
Yeah, look at that sediment bowl.
You say cinnamon?
Sediment. Sediment bowl.
Look at that cinnamon bowl. It looks delicious.
I could go for a cinnamon bowl.
I know that's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that off. And when you do that, just take this and not tighten it, because you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to tighten it. Now, the only thing you really got to worry about here is when this thing comes off, there's a seal on it, and you want to put that seal back the way it came. But first, ladies and gentlemen, you got to glove up, because this is where it gets real messy.
Yeah, I don't have gloves on me.
That's fine. These are yours. That's
Oh, yeah,
why
that
you don't
little-
have
that
any
little
gloves.
pack. Yeah.
Because I used them. Okay. Then we just pour that. I don't know if you, wow, if you guys can see inside that. That's supposed to be clear all the way to my glove. So we're just going to pour this in here. Oh yeah, there you go. That is not supposed to be in there.
Yeah, that's that's pretty bad.
Got ourselves some paste. Some paste. Yeah, we might go ahead and clean that out before we put that back on there. But I'm gonna go ahead and that's not, I might see if I got a funnel.
That's what I was saying. How are we gonna catch?
I'm not entirely sure yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Are you done with that bottle over there?
What bottle? That little
Yeah, your drinking bottle.
16 ouncer?
Yeah. Yeah?
You turn into a funnel?
Yep. Well, I just found mine, so I don't need yours. Oh man, I guess the only problem with putting gloves on is now my gloves are soaked with fuel. So we're just gonna, anyway, we're just gonna make our own funnel here. Okay. Then we'll put my glove back on, or try to.
Those are single-use disposable.
Now they're double use, non-disposable. Okay. Still don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch all that, but we're gonna try. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that either.
Not very well.
There's probably no way I can get that now. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna try doing. We're gonna try putting that in there as best I can, and then turning this bad boy on. Precisely what I was thinking. Remember that leak I was telling you guys about? Well, I had the fuel turned on and I forgot to turn it off. I know. It leaked all out. So now we've got to clear out the bowl on the carburetor. So let me get a wrench. It's going to fit that. Ooh, or my favorite Walmart tool set. How about that instead? Oh yeah.
We love Walmart tools.
Well, sometimes. This is the bolt I was telling you about, and let me get my finger out of there, and the seal that's not sealing on the new carburetor. So let's go take it off. 11 millimeter. It should be right here. Didn't figure it's gonna leak because, well, it already leaked everything out. I still don't understand why that's not sealing though, unless that seal is just a little too small.
It might be. Where's the new? Well, I was gonna say the new one, but the old one. I guess.
It's a little bit bigger, for sure, but not by much. So we're gonna pop this bad boy back in here, see if we can't get that to finally seal up, so it won't be leaking anymore.
Do you think all the fuel just drained out?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That makes our job a little easier.
Yeah, there wasn't much in there to begin with, but yeah, it's definitely gonna make our job a lot easier. since we didn't have to technically drain it. All right, we're gonna hope that seals. Man, that gas is so bad. Let's throw some fresh fuel in here. Wait, I guess we're kind of missing a step here. Let me
Yeah, what are the steps?
put these spark plugs back in, the new ones. And then we're gonna put that sediment bowl back on and put new fuel in it, turn the fuel on, and jump start this thing.
There we go.
I already know the battery's dead. That's a given. But we're gonna go ahead.
Let's get a little comparison.
From spark plugs?
Yeah. Hell yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you guys can see the difference there, right? Huge difference. So let's give this a try. Yeah. This little girl before I went to rebuild the hydraulics on this thing, I used it every day. Just brush hogging, pulled a couple people out that got stuck.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to, that's for sure.
No, and this thing was it's already been converted over to 12 volt. It's a very good running tractor, but when I went to rebuild that, I had a lot going on, so I didn't get it rebuilt in a timely manner, and it set for about a year. And after I finally got back to it, it was probably a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I rebuilt it and went to go start it, and it just wouldn't start. So,
When did you buy the rig?
oh gosh, 3-4 years ago. Yeah, when we first moved out here, we've been out here in the country for about 4 years, and about 3 years ago I got it. But I finally got it started the other day in the video with my son's Mazda, and well, I had to clean the spark plugs for it to work. So I figured they were definitely getting fouled out, and they weren't in very good shape, to be honest with you. So decided to get new spark plugs, drain that old fuel, fix the leak in the carburetor, put some new fuel in her, jump start the bad boy, and see what happens.
Yep. You know, someone definitely repainted on the rig, and I don't blame them. It's been 70 years, give or take a few.
Yeah, it
Old
doesn't
paint
look too
probably
bad.
is all worn out by then. I believe these only came in one paint scheme, red and white.
I don't know if it was red or just the only one. I think some of them came gray.
Think so?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I
know.
believe, I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find a picture. See who's right. But I believe that all this would have been red. Everything would have been red except for the hood
No, I think the
coming
whole,
down over the front. I
would not
believe
the
would have been
fenders,
white or cream
seat,
color.
it was cream. Fenders, seat, hood, cream, red wheels, motor, frame. I think that was the paint scheme.
We'll have to find a picture and put it in here. And,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
yeah.
I do know that certain years of the 2, 9, and 8s only came out with steel wheels.
Yeah, during World War II, right?
They did not have rubber. Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely a post-war tractor.
Yeah.
Well, your rubber tires have seen some better days.
I think that's the one I changed out too. Because the one on it before, it was really, really bad. Okay, let's put these spark plugs back on. The really good thing is you cannot get these spark plug wires wrong.
Are they all perfectly?
They're
perfect
exactly where they need to be. You would have to try to not get them right. That's pretty cool, actually. So we're gonna get these guys.
You know, before we came out here, when we were just looking it over, I mentioned, I was like, man, you got to lift the hood up so we can get to these spark plugs. No, you don't. Not at all.
Yeah, nope.
They definitely thought of that.
Let's see. Let me grab that sediment bowl. Let me try to wipe this out real quick, best I can, because I don't want any of that stuff back in that.
Just use one of our black shop towels.
Yes.
Get a little extra sneak preview of the shop here. Haven't seen the shop in a minute, I don't believe.
Well, no, haven't seen the shop in a...
There's Destiny. Looking a little sad, little flat on her nose there.
She is a little upset. Oh no. We got these sweet new shop towels, aka Will's hoodie.
Yep.
Make really good shop towels.
Look, we were just talking about it and we decided to do it, you know. You guys see me wear this hoodie before probably. I always roll the sleeves way up. The cuffs were all blown out anyway. It's ratty. I don't care. So we just cut the sleeves off.
Yeah, and got extra shop towels. That's what you're supposed to be able to see, not sediment. However, that means it's doing its job.
Look at the size of this distributor. Future project.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and fill her up, or at least put some fuel in it.
Yeah, how much you got here?
Not enough.
Let's let the people see you spill it everywhere. I hate those.
What?
Is that one of the safety?
No.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
I couldn't really see it. I thought it was. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're not pushing on that to open it?
No.
Wow.
That's just the lip that holds so it don't move around on you. Now the only thing about these is there's no vent.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say that. Probably need to.
It's
you
been-
could just do a custom job.
it's been made. There's a vent hole now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. And if things really full, it comes out of the vent. Okay, let's pretend that was 5 gallons.
Wish we had a little Berryman's
Not even
B12
close.
or Marvel Mystery Oil put in there. A little,
Yeah.
little gas treatment. Wish we had that.
Okay.
We don't. We went
Let's-
cheap today.
Let's turn this on real quick, this fuel. See if we get any sediment in the bottom of that bowl again.
Oh yeah.
Let me wait for you.
Yeah. Let's let the people see.
I want to be where the people are. Ready? Let me get my big old hand out of the way, you know, these clod hoppers. Let me just get my, are you guys looking? Are you even trying to look?
Oh.
Huh.
Well, where's it at?
Wasn't a whole lot of fuel, was it? Or, worst case scenario.
What's that?
The sock, the petcock, the sock inside there is clogged up again that I cleaned once. Oh, That's a possibility. I'm just saying. Or it's vapor locked. Let me see if I can't undo this.
The people at home are watching for you.
Well, let me know if it's coming out. Guys. And gals. Anything?
No.
Well, that's...
Are you sure you opened it?
Oh yeah, she should be wide open. That's no bueno. I don't know if that was enough fuel and where the tractor's sitting, because that wasn't a whole lot of fuel in there. Yeah, I don't know if that was enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hang tight while we go find some more fuel.
Didn't have enough gas?
No. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We went and got some more fuel. That wasn't the issue. It was just vapor locked. However, it needs some new fuel in it anyway. So we got it on vapor locked. It looks like we're filling the bowl now. So we should be able to try it. New spark plugs, new fuel. Let's see if she runs. We know we're going to have to jump start it. So we've got the cables over there.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead.
Gal up here in range.
Oh, Abby. Little Abigail. So we're going to go ahead and jump start it with Abigail. And fingers crossed, we got it.
I think we do.
I think so too. Let's pop the top on Abs. Hopefully these cables are long enough.
I was going to ask if you remember how.
That got me too.
The only thing I don't like is the side posts.
That's
Maybe
not
I
too
should
bad.
do that, do a top post conversion.
Be all right. For what we're going to do, it'd be perfect. Only thing I don't like is this battery being completely dead all the time. That's the only thing I don't like. Let's see if I can go from underneath like I did last time. Nope, of course not. You got her?
Do now.
Hot? Make sure she's out of gear so she don't try to run me over. I got nothing.
Nothing, really?
Nothing.
Well, let me start up Abs here. You want to check my connections?
Yeah. Should be good. I'd be giving her a little bit of juice right there, right? Oh.
It's hot. I saw it sparking. Right up.
Purrs like a kitten.
Yeah, she does.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you remember last time when we started it, it was popping like crazy. It took forever to start. I must have cranked that thing over for a half hour, 45 minutes. I literally cranked over what, 5 seconds?
Not even.
Popped right off. That's exactly what was wrong with it. So I think with the new fuel, the new spark plugs, it's ready to go.
Let me get these cables off of there and do a little test drive.
I mean,
See
that
what
negative cable already came off once.
I thought it was already off.
It popped off. I put it back on just to see what happens.
Oh, so you tricked us. You tricked me. You tricked the audience at home.
Let me get that tool set out of there. Never leave home without it.
No. We're actually going to be making a Harbor Freight run here soon.
Yes,
Might
we
have to
are.
Take it with us.
Also, our workstation here,
Oh yes.
this 96, you know, Mercury.
Is it a 96?
Yes, Mercury is going to be one of our next projects, the whole front end. Can't wait. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's button her up and see if she drives.
I thought for a second maybe you forgot how to drive.
Sounds good.
It does sound
It
good.
really does. Oh, mama. Oh, God. Slow her down, baby. Well, now that I successfully flung mud all over the place,
You did.
she's ready to go. Listen to that purring. Guys, probably gonna have to get a new battery. We'll see if it charges it up, but I seriously doubt it. If you remember when Will showed you the sediment bowl, it was gray. We ran that new fuel through there, and now she's clear.
Yeah, crystal
All new
clear.
spark plugs. The thing's running like a champ. I think we've got it figured out. The time before, if you remember, it was cutting out really bad. I barely got the driveway bladed before I had to shut it down because it was just popping so bad. It's not popping anymore. She sounds really good. Idling, purring like a kitten.
Yeah, she sounds good. I do wish we could work on some more of these Ford flatheads.
Yeah, well, I used to have another one, but I sold it. It needed a total rehaul.
Yeah, maybe one
Overhaul.
of these days we'll pick up an old flathead V8 or something.
That'd be cool. I'd like to hear it run again. It's a good tractor. Like I said, after rebuilding that hydraulic pump, she sat for a good year and a half, 2 years. So, but all right, we really appreciate you guys coming along with us today. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and that shouldn't have happened.
You know, I was just about to say, right? I was just about to say, you know, there's something about these, how old would you say? 70, 80, probably 80-year-old engines coming back to life. She,
Well, you know she's not going to start. It's a dead battery.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, we could jump her or we could pull her. What are you looking at over there?
That. Well, all of our connections are good, but it's got to be that battery, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
And
That's
now
what it
she's
is.
dead. Okay, we're gonna restart it. We're also gonna get a new battery. Like I said, we're gonna get a new battery. Go from there.
Is this technically a lawn and garden battery, or is it a
It's an
car
actual
battery?
car battery. Yeah.
That's no fun.
No, and I think what we might do is put a deep cycle charge on it.
Yeah, an AGM or no, that's a marine battery.
Yeah. See if we can't. I'm gonna see if we can't bring this one back to life. Get a good deep cycle on it. Charge.
Oh, I thought you were talking about getting a deep cycle battery.
No, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. So, more expensive.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, so you want to go get the truck?
I guess.
Let's go. Let's go get the truck. I guess we could kind of like right here just be like, hey, I mean, that's it. All we gotta do is get a battery, charge this one up, see if it'll take a charge or not, and go from there. So
Go from there, fellas. Lady and gentlemen, as I said in the last video.
lady and gentleman.
Yeah.
So
There
do we want
she
to?
is. Just got to plug the old GMC Yukon over here. 1999. Can you believe it?
They
26 years old.
they saw her all right, and they also saw how much trouble she gave us, and we were gonna swap her over to carburetor, but we didn't have to. Did you ever explain that to them?
I don't think so. Maybe I should pop the hood on the old gal. Although this is turning into a multi-subject video.
Just explain to them what you did.
Well, I'll show you some of the changes I made.
Huh.
So, one of the things I did here, I took the old Vortec box off. I think it's a Helmholtz resonator box. All it does is quiet up the intake noise, and it traps hot air. So you get a nice little hot air intake.
Speaking of hot air,
What else did I do? Usually there's a little cable that runs to your intake for your PCV system. Deleted that, put a little breather there and plugged that off with a 50-cent cap from Sutherland's.
guys, if you remember, we did that YouTube short talking about how Abigail was just not running, and we were talking about switching over to the carbureted.
Yeah.
Will was able to change out the spider injection, right?
Yeah, so it's a new spider injector system from, I forget I think it's FJ504 is the only even semi-reliable aftermarket these days. And that's saying something. They're not usually, I don't know. I had to do something. I wanted to get this rig back on the road. And so went with the FJ504s, and they seem to be running fine. I mean, I feel like it's got a bit more power, a bit more fuel economy, as it's supposed to. But actually, the original injectors on here were the original injectors from 1999. AC Rochester branded, old Poppet style. And they were gunked up pretty extremely.
Yeah, terribly.
And, oh, what else did I do? Little homemade PCV line here. Because, wouldn't you know it, they don't sell them anymore.
They just don't sell them.
You could buy the elbows for about $15 at the parts store, but you can't buy the line itself. So, had to do a little custom job.
Kind of figured we'd let you guys know after, you see Abigail running on her own power, and you're wondering, hey, did they do the carb swap? No, we didn't do a carb swap.
Nope, still running a stock Spider.
We actually think that we're going in a different direction. So Abigail's probably staying the way she is. Will's going to do some more upgrades and continue to fix some things. We've got to replace this grill.
Yeah, she's in tough shape.
We were able to to plastic weld it, which that's going to be another video. I want to show you guys that plastic welder and how it works. But we're able to plastic weld it, but these things are so brittle.
Yeah.
But he's gonna end up replacing the entire grill here, and that's another video. He's got a lot of upgrades to do to Abigail, which are going to be some awesome videos. But I think as far as carbureted goes, we've got some more projects in store.
Yeah, a few different things in mind. As far as those parts there, and I did show the fellas at home.
Mm-hmm. And the lady.
Some of the parts on, and lady, that's right. Some of the parts on the table in there. And that is a Vortec carburetor intake and old GM distributor. And so maybe something else will get swapped on. Maybe something else will get upgraded.
We're really hoping to take a 350 block, put some Vortec heads on it, rebuild that motor, and then put it in something. We haven't decided yet, and again, we have so many projects. I kind of went over that.
Yeah, got the Mercury. That's not a project, that's somebody else's rig.
Motor swap.
Motor swap out of this one into the Sport Track, right?
Yep.
And then we got a brick nose Ford over there and
Yep.
another van over there.
Yep. Then we've got the 68.
Yeah.
Plus Destiny and all of her stuff. Plus we still have things to do to the Explorer, the 2001. The wife's rig.
Yeah.
And she's, I wouldn't say complaining, but she's reminding me that we've still got stuff to do to it. So I guess we're going to end the video here. You guys already know the tractor runs, and it runs really well. Just need to get that battery. We're going to go jump start it and get it back to where it's supposed to go. And go from there. So thanks a lot for hanging out with us today. And we appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
See you guys.